Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We're going to be in the Labyrinth fantasy trip for this video. We are going to go over gunpowder weapons. So we'll see how the gunpowder weapons work and what the game rules are for them, for combat and whatnot. So without further ado, I'll read in. Gunpowder weapons. Gunpowder is known in this world. However, due to the presence of sulfur metabolizing microorganisms, it is rare, expensive, and unreliable. Gunpowder weapons are expensive because there is little demand. Gunpowder itself is very expensive, and even when available, does not always work. However, a gunpowder weapon can be devastating. The arquebus is a large musket. It fires a single ball for over 400 yards. It is considered a missile weapon, doing 3d6 plus 3 damage. It is very clumsy. It takes 4 turns to ready and 12 turns to reload and ready after firing. So to arm it to fire, it takes you 4 turns, and that's assuming you already have it loaded. To load it will take 12 turns. And I believe 6 turns is a minute, so it takes you 2 minutes to reload this thing. That's how clumsily made it is. It must be fired from a stand. Anyone without guns talent has a -6 to use this. The blunderbuss is a crude shotgun. It is a missile weapon with a maximum range of 10 hexes. The roll to hit the blunderbuss is at a dex +2. All rolls to miss with the blunderbuss against the figures both in front of and behind the intended target are at a -2 dex. So because it's a shotgun effect, you're going to get a bonus to hit things that are in the affected area, but if you're trying to miss your allies that are in that area, you get a penalty to try to miss them. The blunderbuss does 1d6 plus 3 damage to the first figure it hits, and 1d6 -1 to everyone else it hits. Even when you hit something with the blunderbuss, continue to make rolls to miss or hit all other figures as you choose until you run out of targets or 4 figures are hit. So this can hit up to 4 targets. And you can keep rolling until you've hit 4 targets or there's no targets in the affected area. A blunderbuss takes only 1 turn to ready, but 12 turns to reload after firing. So it takes you the same amount of time to reload, but it's easier to get this one ready. The arquebus and blunderbuss are flintlock weapons. They don't require a lit torch. Although I would make those options available too, the ones that require a burning wick. There is always the chance that a given charge of gunpowder will be bad. Before firing any gunpowder weapon, roll 1 dice. On a roll of a 6, the gun does not fire. And the dice is a d6, of course. If you bought very cheap gunpowder, the GM may make it roll of a 4, 5, or 6, depending upon how cheap it was. On a roll of an 18, a gunpowder weapon explodes. The explosion does damage like a grenade, except that there is no significant concussion effects. So, look up the gunpowder bomb to look at the grenades and stuff for this video, to continue with this video. Hopefully that clarified a little bit about gunpowder weapons. The way my friend Dan always explained gunpowder, as far as the main sulfur that you're trying to get for gunpowder, the only easy source to obtain, and easy is a very relative term in this phrasing, is to get it from dragon dung. And dragons are rare, and dragons know now, like maybe when the gunpowder first came out they didn't know this, but they know now that gunpowder and guns that function off gunpowder are made from their feces. So take that into consideration if you want to add another level of complexity and flavor to the world. I always like using that. So there's less of the sulfur-eating microbes wherever the dragon's dung is, and you can always find if you can always access fresh dragon's dung, you would have an even better supply of sulfur for gunpowder. So you'd be making the higher quality version of that gunpowder. At least that's how we would play it. Let me know if this video was helpful to you guys in the comments below. Until we all game again, guys.